Hey guys, so today I thought I would do a video about, well, kind of sucks, but it's called depression, or ADD, or brain injuries, or autism, or Alzheimer's, dementia. So, I'm in my apartment. It is hot as HELL. I'm sweating up a storm, but I am excited. Woo! Got the energy. I'm so happy, and I want you guys to be happy too. So the last couple of videos have been rants on, like, one was, why does it take so long for you to keto adapt? Is it for everyone? Yes, if you do the right things. If you don't do the right things, don't do it. Black and white, that's simple. The next video was about refeeding and carb loading, backloading. No, and that's ridiculous because that's putting your body in this state, which is stressing and taxing your adrenals. But this video, out of the 3, is going to be about depression because a lot of you guys ask me about it. So let's put things in perspective. So I've had my tough times in life, as I'm sure we all have. But classified as depression, I think not. No. Anytime when I went through 10 surgeries and everything just kept getting worse, and the symptoms were worse, and the quality of my knee was worse, and my walking became compromised, and I started to walk with a limp that people don't see because I'm always trying to hide it. Kind of a bummer. When you're this freaking pro athlete. When I was young, I was strong. Physically, I was strong. Jump, run, freaking swim, climb. It was like bursting with how I wanted to use my body even more, and I really think that helped give me the euphoria and the sense of value as a young child to make me feel confident. Those endorphins and how your brain fires and wires together, everything will click. A bad experience will click and it'll stay there and it'll go around in a circle until you get it out. You take that key in the lock, which is a synapse, and it becomes a bad habit or emotion or indulgence or obsession, and get it out and establish a new connection. And I'm talking about synapses, guys. That's all. To get the new connection in your brain to then begin to feel better. But why do people feel depressed? Could we survive as a species on the earth like we used to? No. Because the hormonal imbalance, your frontal cortex, the way the brain fires and wires together is messed up. The blood sugar dysregulation. So let's go back to the beginning. So our mother smoked, drank, possibly did drugs, ate TV dinners, sandwiches, pasta, wine, whatever. She was exposed to toxins. She was exposed to the pesticides, the inoculations. You were exposed to them. Utero. So now children today are born with over 200 chemicals that are toxic. You don't even have a chance. That's why your grandparents lived to a late age. It wasn't because their genetics were so great. It's just that their genetics weren't being assaulted in an earlier time where there was less toxin. There was less technology. The more that your brain has to make decisions, this firing and wiring effect gets jumped up. But without the proper tools, this modern day assault on the human body or the human animal is just, it's not working. People are not happy. So you're born already toxic, and then you're exposed to glucose right away. Baby food. Soy formula. Like, you don't have a chance. Your hormones are already being jacked because you're putting like freaking birth control pills that are in soy in the freaking milk. Get rid of it! Get rid of the milk. It's just junked up with hormones and pus and antibiotics and who knows what else. All the good stuff's been cooked out. So, then we're exposed to sugar. So our bodies can only handle a teaspoon of sugar. That's every time you eat. It wants to keep it like that much in the blood at any one time. That much. That's homeostasis. When you start adding more, if you have a bowl of cereal, if you have a glass of juice, if you have like sweet fruits that have been genetically modified, if you have chocolate, if you have candy, if you're adding sugar to things, if you're eating pizza or bread, now those sugar levels are going way past a teaspoon in your blood. Your body has to work real hard to get rid of it because it's toxic. That's why diabetics get sick. They can't clear out the sugar that is destroying their organs and their cells. And it goes to the lining of your cell, and it freaking freaks out the protein, and it starts to make it misshapen and sticky and essentially become glued together, and you age. The health of every cell goes down the toilet. Yikers. And this zing up. And then let's get rid of the good sugar, it's too much. And then you crash. And then you have coffee. And then you have some sugar with it. Or you drink alcohol to zing yourself back up, even though it's supposed to be considered a depressant. It still works like rocket fuel carb. Then you crash. The hormones to regulate whatever's going up and down and up and down, they don't work very well after a while. The hormones are how you feel. They're chemical messengers that give you, that do every emotion that you have is connected to hormone. So all this is salt, all this sugar, it's too much work on the pineal gland and too much work on with the thyroid and your adrenals, and all of these systems that work with hormones start to just exhaust out. So serotonin goes down the toilet. And what does serotonin do? It makes you feel balanced. So now that's going down the toilet. And the only time that you feel good is when you eat, because you have a little squirt of serotonin. And now you need that serotonin to feel whole. I'm just saying. Whew, I'm still excited. Even though I'm hitting serious subjects, I'm still stoked. So with that said, your serotonin starts to go down. It's hard to keep itself out of balance, to keep you balanced. Your dopamine receptors don't work very well. So you feel good. And the only time you feel good is when you do something impulsive, like gamble, or sex, overeat, or buy stuff, argue. Doesn't matter. It's impulsive, compulsive behavior. Because you get a squirt of that rush, right? What's the rush? Serotonin. Because normally, it's not up there on its own. You know what makes serotonin? Melatonin. And you guys are running out and buying and doing like the Ambien, I'm so sorry. The Ambien, and you guys are doing the sleeping medications or drinking wine to get yourself to sleep, and you're not actually going like, what's the root problem? How do I reestablish my serotonin? How do I bump back up my melatonin? Simple, guys. I said, if I have to show it in 10 videos, I'm going to show it, yeah? Blue light blocking glasses. Now, I got these on Amazon. They were $6.99, and I just wrote in the search bar, yellow lens glasses. They can be yellow or orange, and they block out the light emitting from, where's some technology that I can like, if I had a cell phone right here, you'd get the picture, right? Cell phone right here at night, that's mimicking daylight. So what happens? Your body starts to secrete daylight hormones. You can't sleep. You're supposed to sleep. That's when your body's supposed to release growth hormone, so your body can repair. So as you get older, instead of looking like snake skin shedding or freaking like Shar-Pei, you want to feel tight. You want the skin to be tight. And the muscles, you want to be firm, solid. That's what you want to be. Doing all those types of things tying together, like I said, everything's connected to how you feel. So people develop depression because they have a blood sugar dysregulation, their serotonin goes down the toilet, they become very impulsive because that's going to give you a squirt of that, and then you impulsively have to do that thing just to feel normalized. That's not good. That's why people take substance. And things like cocaine and other things damage your dopamine receptors even more. You can be so damaged that at one point you'll never feel balanced. You can't get the serotonin back up. That's not good. So how do we fix this? How do we fix depression? How do we fix the ADD? Why your children aren't learning? It's because they're on aspartame, which is excitatory for the brain, all the diet sodas. Even your Splenda, it is destroying brain cells. So you cannot focus. Sugar in children is the worst ever. And if you feel like your child's being deprived because you're not giving it the processed food, giving a child processed food, really, get them off of it fast. You don't have to do keto. That's just what I do. And it's hard to get into ketosis, so people come to me and go, Steph, how do I do it? What do I need to do? But if you want to do sort of like a low-carb paleo and put yourself around 150 carbs a day from whole food, that will do it too. Keto is just the preferred because now your body, if you have any blood sugar dysregulation, wouldn't it be better if you don't have to rely on sugar? So there is no dysregulation. That's dysregulation. Now you're just like this, and that's what we want, homeostasis. Does keto cause a reaction that would be stressful to the body? Of course. It's addicted to carbs. Now you're going to introduce a new fuel source. Your body has to produce the enzymes to even break down the fat to even be converted into the liver, into the Krebs cycle. But if you produce too much stress and infection, you're not going to adapt. If you're not adapting, it's your own fault. There's no one else's fault. It's only your fault. Your blood sugars are rising because you can't keep your stress down. And it's not a mythological creature that you can't define. It's right on your nose. It's right there. That's where stress is. It's right in front of you. Look! I could talk to people like, I don't know why I'm not adapting, or I don't know why I can't lose weight, or I don't know why I have these symptoms. I'm like, because you can't get rid of stress. They're like, I'm a happy person. I'm like, subjective thinking. Don't ask yourself if you're happy, because you might lie to yourself. You might actually just want to look at your life, or you might want to look at your body, because your body is a reflection of your mind and your state of being. And if you want to change your body, you have to do everything to change your mind. You have to react differently to everything. Depression is because serotonin is typically too low, and they're eating things that are too excitatory or toxic for the brain to recover from. It's like injuring the brain cells. So you have to take away everything that's going to be toxic. You have to be careful for getting off your circadian cycles. You have to get your hormones in balance. And you've got to stop eating food that puts you at a blood sugar dysregulation, because that's what kills your cells. If you can do all of that and be incredibly patient, meditate, sure, hippy dippy, whatever, do it. Yoga, whatever, do it. Breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, there's not always I think supplements are great, but in a matter of context and done in cycles. But ultimately, your immune system is being attacked. And that's the reason why whatever issue you have is exasperated. If you've got hypoglycemia, your immune system is freaking out. If you've got skin and eczema, it's your immune system. If you've got Lyme's disease, then if you have this tick thing or this freaking encephalitis and you've got some kind of viral infection, you've got herpes, then everything that you do to keep your immune system at balance, your immune system is here, guys. See, it's in your colon. So it's not here, it's not here, it's not here, it's down here. What you eat is affecting this. Damn, I ate up time that fast. Darn, gosh darn it. So I want to talk about ketogenic diet is fantastic for people who've got mood disorder, children who've got autism and ADD, because it's the sugar that's screwing up the brain. If you want to learn more, go to stephanieperson.com. Go to the show notes and then just click on the link below, or you can go